District. He helped us put signs on the overpasses, go to the rallies against the Federal Reserve, and 9,000 flyers. That is awesome. And protesting against police abuse, which was a terrible problem in Petersburg. And so, I would ask you to consider this thought that, if he were to pass the baton to some people, maybe you guys would take the baton and help carry forth that work, because he made a difference.
I heard Jimmy was a stud at Food Line. You want to share some thoughts about him, sir? Anybody from Food Line want to share some thoughts about him?
After I got hired, he was the first person to take a even chance to even talk to me. No one else cared about me. And I noticed that instantly. You don't find many people like that who just took the time to just talk to a stranger like that. And he was a very unique soul. Very nice and very intelligent, witty, intellectual. And that's what should have not happened at all. It was not even the right time. It was not the time to go. And he will never do that.
I know he was excited. He had just recently got his private investigating certificate, I guess a couple months back. And I know he was really eager to get involved with that and impact people's lives, even through his work like that. Would anybody else like to say anything?
Mind-boggling question was. He always knew how to touch each and every one part, and he didn't even need to. And he was such a good-hearted man that his heart cut very short. And so sorry for his family, his friends. And just
I'm Jimmy's sister, so I'm allowed to be the crazy person taking pictures here. Like that. As my father said, I'm pretty blown away. Jimmy, the baby of 5. We were all, Jimmy, what are you doing? Come on, what are you doing with your life? When are you going to get, you're going to get school, you're going to get a trade, what are you going to do? And he always had things. I have things in the works, I got know, that's a little bit. There's a lot of people who not have the guts to stand up the right way. They don't. They just cower down and just walk away, or they close the door, or they comply, or they roll over. You know, and Jimmy says, no, you can't. You have to stand up for yourself. And he was trying to show people how to do it the right way. Not by being obnoxious, not by being in your face, not by being confrontational, by being educated. The best way you can do this is by educate yourself. Read and educate yourself, and don't believe everything you see. Just educate yourself and research. Find out what's going on. You know, the best purpose for us all is to actually be aware of what's going on. And this is what was his mission, to make us aware of what's going on, doing it the right way. And I want to thank you. I love him. I miss him. He's in a better place, and it's going to take me probably forever to deal with it. But I have to trust that God has done what he, you know, I have to trust in God. And that's all I can say. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for all the kindness that you have done. Thank you.
Jimmy's dad told me before this started that tentatively, the funeral will be next Wednesday, but that's just tentatively, and the family will help get information out about that. I'm sure it will be in the paper, and Virginia Cop Block's Facebook page and website will also help spread the word as soon as all that stuff is verified and confirmed. So that's tentatively for next Wednesday, just to let everybody know. Would anybody else like to say anything? Go ahead.
My name's Reggie. I've only met Jimmy twice, to be honest. My friends that I just had in that car were part of my group. Like I said, I've only met him twice, but his energy and tenacity was unmeasurable. He always came out. He always had a positive attitude. He dealt with everything in purpose. He would also try to educate me. Still myself. But it was a joy to be around, and he's definitely going to be missed.
Well, how about anybody want to volunteer to help me plant a tree? A couple people maybe, a couple kids maybe. And then after that, if anybody else between now and then wants to share a few words, you're more than welcome to. And after we get done planting the tree, I'll say a prayer. And if anybody else wants to contribute into a prayer, we'll make that happen.
supposed to have many long telephone conversations.
This tree was actually donated by the Home Depot Colonial Heights, so we'd have to go over there. You can say thank you to Sue, one of the managers. Yeah, that's why I got. I was getting ready to ask you.
It doesn't go more than What about this? What do you think about that? Weird hour.
I want it. But Jimmy will have to go.
That's a good way to do it.
I'll make it forever.
Really like that?
That's how long ago it was. The white. Not so long ago. So, I mean, I can give it to you. I used to hang out with Daniel Hoffman.
Radical. Hey folks, Samantha real quick wants to just extend an invitation real quick to everybody.
Normally, for the past 3 years, we've been doing a Jimmy birthday party with my fiance, Davey, and Jimmy. Y'all are all more than welcome. We're going to have it this Saturday, considering what had happened this past weekend. It's at our house, right there across from the Etrick Botanical Library. It's going to start at 5 until whatever. BYB, bring your own snacks. If y'all want to, get in touch with one of us to get our phone number or address or whatnot, feel free to. But like I said, it's this Saturday at 5. We're celebrating my fiance's birthday, Jimmy's birthday, and Jared's birthday. So we're having a 3-in-1 kind of thing. Y'all are all more than welcome to come since y'all are friends with Jimmy.
So you said Jared.
But, I mean, come find us if y'all are all more than welcome to come.
Most of y'all probably know about the online fundraiser that me and a buddy of mine started for the family. But for those of you who don't, we started an online fundraiser last Friday, and it's basically a help with costs in relation to Jimmy's death and burial and so on and so forth. Last I checked, we had over 34 people donate, and it was about 2,000 or more. If anybody here has made any donations, I really appreciate it, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm sure the parents are as well. We're going to continue to run that for maybe about another week, and then since the funeral will be next week, we'll probably end the online fundraiser at some point at the end of next week. to go ahead and turn the funds over to the family. So I just want to mention that for anybody who might not have heard about that and might want to contribute in some form or fashion.
Hey, Nathan.
Yes.
We'll do a donation jar also.
Okay.
That way, if anybody can't really pay online, we'll have a jar set up Saturday too.
Okay.
Go towards it.
Awesome, thank you. Would anybody else like to say anything about Jimmy or Stephen or David or Jason?
Yeah, I would.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. First of all, I'd just like to say, my thoughts and prayers and a lot of folks that weren't able to make it down here today contacted me who have known Jimmy over the years, and all of our thoughts and prayers go out to all the victims of this tragic event and their family members and loved ones. And we can't say anything, to make it better. We just, pray that everyone's pain will be eased over time. And the things I want to say about Jimmy and the rest, and I knew Jimmy a little better than the others, but that he was an extraordinary human being. That he was, thank you, extraordinary in every way. His knowledge was extraordinary. His commitment was extraordinary. His kindness was extraordinary. His diplomacy, because he had to deal with, folks that were extraordinary as well in a negative sense. And his kindness and goodness, it shone through, and it overcame, all the negative that was out there. And I think that all the folks that were touched by this tragic incident, that was their only intention, was to spread goodness in a world that has so much negativity. And it's so tragic, and I wish I could state my feelings better, but this is a tragic incident, and I'd like to thank everyone who brought these individuals into the world, and God bless, and the world is a better place because of these individuals, and of that I'm sure. If nothing else, the world is a better place because these 4 individuals touched the community and touched the world, and thank you very much. God bless.
Yeah, I'm really glad that Chris brought his dog, because I know Jimmy had, I think, 2 dogs, right? And I know he loved them very much. I know he loved nature and creation and animals, and especially his dogs. Dogs are man's best friends and all. This guy over here is pretty goofy. Anybody else would like to say anything? Would anybody else like to share in a prayer other than myself? All right. Anybody else? All right. Well, let me. You want to open up?
Well, I'll just share something real quick.
Okay. Go ahead.
Here, if you wait till I'll get my niece to say the prayer.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know if this
Or my
necessarily.
niece, my daughter, good God. Jimmy's niece.
I don't know if this necessarily applies to Jimmy or all the guys in the car, but and Jimmy's sister made mention of the fact that his family used to kind of give him grief about, hey man, when are you gonna figure it out? When are you gonna grow up? When are you gonna put your life together and go off and do something? And the statement she made about how Jimmy was said, I've got plans. I've got big plans. I've got it all together. Jason was kind of the same way. He wasn't made for college, and he wasn't made for big careers. He was a welder, and that was fine with him. Working on his job, be nice to people around you, go to church on Sundays, and he took up this mantle with Jimmy and the other 4 of getting out there and really knowing the community in a time that's just crazy. The country's so divided over so many things. And Jason didn't want it to be that way, and I know these 4 guys didn't either. But I think the thing that sticks with me when I think about stuff is the the small things that made such a difference in people's lives. I remember Jason calling me. He used to work at a sports shop, and he met his pastor there and got saved, and he was changing his life. And my family, and it seems like Jimmy's family and friends could see that stuff, and if you didn't see it, you have to see it now. These guys, they had their own thing going. They marched to the beat of their own drum, and even if you didn't like that drum and you didn't like the beat, they were still going to march to it. And I think that just proves their successes. I mean, 9,000 brochures. Who's going to step up and do that? Who's going to pound the pavement? And if Jimmy was doing that, you can't compare that litmus test to somebody walking the same path, because that wasn't his path, and it seems like it wasn't these other guys' paths either. And I think that's a testament to us all. You got to go out there and really live your life and stay connected with your friends and family, and be a blessing and be a gift to the people around you, strangers and friends alike. And be original, be unique, be weird. Don't be afraid to go against the grain, because these guys definitely weren't. And I don't know Jimmy like that, but I can tell just by looking at all the people here, how many people, how different they all look, where they came from, the different walks of life. And that's such a blessing. And, I know his family and friends are glad you all are here, and it's so amazing that we're going to plant this tree. But, I am going to do my best to get to know more about him and to keep him in my thoughts and in my heart. And, take that as a role, and live by it. This is how, be a good man, be a better person, make a difference. And I think that's something we can all realize.
We'll do the same for each other.
Yeah.
Others who know. All right, Chloe. You want the pledge of allegiance? You want to say a blessing?
I'm going to let Tony say something real quick. Miss Tony, please.
Me and my daughter, we made memorial ribbons for Jimmy. Jimmy's favorite color was green, and of course yellow is for remembrance. We are not actually selling them, we're only asking for donations for the family. They will get anything that we get from it. At the birthday party that they had Saturday night, wasn't it? Saturday night. They made $86, just like that. So if anybody's interested, I've got them right down here on the car. You can take whatever you want. Thank you.
Would anybody else like to share any thoughts or memories about Jimmy? Anybody else want to, I'm going to say a prayer. Anybody else want to say a prayer also?
I'll say one after you.
Okay.
Before one.
Okay. I'll let you open up then.
One of my brother's favorite prayers is the Lord's Prayer, because it was simple and quick and easy to remember. We prayed it every Sunday at church with communion. He loved it. It was so silly and dumb and whatever, but I want to lead you guys in the Lord's Prayer. If you want to pray it out loud with me, you can, or pray it in your hearts. But, I think these guys were simple, easygoing dudes, so that's simple, easygoing prayer. It says a lot with few words.
And I'll say one after that, and we'll kind of close out with that, okay? Go ahead.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Oh, sorry. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Dear God, thank you so much for today and just the beautiful weather that you provided for us, the radiant sun that allowed us to come out here and really just express our thoughts and our memories about Jimmy and Stephen and David and Jason. Lord, I thank you so much for all the people who took some time out of the day to come together, to fellowship with one another, to share those thoughts and to share those memories about Jimmy. Lord, I pray that you'll be with Jimmy's family and Jason's family and Stephen's family and David's family. I pray that you'll strengthen them. I pray that you'll just heal their hearts and help them during this healing process and this sometimes people get confused or angry, and it's really hard and difficult to sometimes really figure out an appropriate, healthy way to react to tragedies like this, Lord. And I pray that you'll help the family out, especially along with the close friends and every single one of us here and the people who couldn't make it out. Lord, I pray that you'll just be with us and help us to work through it and make sense of it, Lord. I pray that, as somebody said earlier about passing the baton, Lord, I pray that we will consider doing that, that we will pick up that baton that these four outstanding gentlemen have left behind, and that we will educate ourselves, that we will get involved in our communities, and that we will be convicted and have the determination to make a difference and an impact in people's lives like these four outstanding men did as well. Lord, I just it's still hard to believe. It doesn't matter how close you were to Jimmy or the other three. It's still, tragedies are just hard, very hard to fathom sometimes. And I pray that you will just continue to be with family and friends and guide us and guide them and be with us and be with them and help heal our hearts. Lord, thank you again for this day and for making it happen. And I pray that we will take that torch and follow the examples of these fine men. And in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you.
I'll just invite you to come in.
Okay, that'd be fine. Thank you.
Thanks. He's a new one. I got him about a couple weeks ago. He's a real good dog, but he hasn't been trained. Yeah, he's nice to do it, but I think he's a bit. Yeah, I think that's hiking sorry, 2 miles away. Well, like more like a mile and a half. I'll let somebody else do that. Like the dog park. This is my fancy constitution I bring for fancy events. Oh yeah, get it. Yeah, we just gotta run. I got one.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I got, treat train. You do it like well enough and like over this long haul with my previous dog. I do it well enough and with the lead on. After a certain time, I can get it to where I can walk.
Hey, you on cell phone? I told him I'm like, dude, I went to elementary school, high school. Man, I gun in my face. And I'm like, John, hold the line, I got a gun in my face. In here. He had just called me, not even truthful.
Yeah, because they're like, think that they're
John's going on, I got a gun in my
I might be sticking it and thinking that he wasn't but I'm only doing like because I'm like,
oh shit! I grabbed him on the ground and he was walking up trains on me the whole time. I said, do you know Virginia law? You know what he said? What did he say? Exactly what he said.
I got it. I've already seen him.
That's what he said.
I wrote it down. I don't worry about it.
Exactly. Then he left me cuffed, laying on my belt. The entire time until the sergeant showed up on the scene. The sergeant walked in and says, why is he in handcuffs? And the sergeant let me took my handcuffs off, and that's when I started videoing on my camera.
they got him from the shelter. I got him.
That's why they're doing what they're doing. We don't stand up and assert our rights. We'll lose
I mean, yeah, it was like one of those things where
I thought we were looking around, looking down the barrel of the gun. I'm like, here we go again.
That's one thing that really needs to be overhauled. Like,
well, the first time was
they killed so many dogs.
No, I would have got Jimmy to come out to that. I met Jimmy.
When they filmed it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier today. Yeah, he's the one who shotgun on his back. I met Jimmy walking down the street carrying, and he stopped his car and got out of the car. No, I won't. He got out of his car. He can carry like that?
He was walking down the aisle and
I was there in 2011, right after I moved here.
I got him like front and center.
Like November, December time frame. I was walking down the street and he'd have to drive by.
And somebody, one of our other members, the back of the room, I took that shot. He took a shot at the other one. So we both have matched. He's got his back. The rifle. From my angle, you couldn't see the rifle. It's like I got a picture of the other guy taking a picture of me.
It's the same dog that you promised today. I will never open carry one gun again. He said, next time they might just shoot you.
That's kind of the point. That's the point of
Now I have one right here. No, never.
I mean, like, that's one thing. Like, I don't like. Is like.
I do what I do.
Right. Yeah, I waited till I got the fourth name the next morning.
Exactly.
I was thinking, I thought he might be the fourth. See, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's what Bill told me, because they only released 3 names. I thought it was Bill earlier. He thought I was the fourth person in the car. I was hoping for that. After that interview.
I know.
Driving all around, spending all of their free time doing all their golf. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I won't.
Broke down. And
Nobody's in the cars got money and they can't go walking in Detroit. Because the one guy up there with the Saints got